Good evening, World Side of Mayor. You guys are my show I made earlier. Alright, if you guys saw the SHL Hockey League, nah, guys. Not my dream. I did some research. To build an NHL arena costs like $800 million to $1 billion. So to start the league, I have to put like 30 something billion. Forget $14 million. I have to put like $32 billion of my money into the league. That's crazy. Yeah. I might even make that for my book, right? Yeah. It's too much cost. But I will make my money back. Chances are I'll be pulling in probably. Before I said $30 billion, chances are I'll be making my 50, 80 billion off the league in profit. But like to start a pro league is just the cost is crazy. I don't know. I have to put like 30 plus billion in the league. $14 million is not enough. It's set to build an NHL arena costs us $800 million to $1 billion, even $1.5 billion to build an NHL arena. The cost is too high. It's crazy. I can afford it. I might make maybe even $100 million on my book. I don't know. The cost is too high. I don't know. Yeah. That's how much it starts films with VJ rights. Cheaper. Start film, so I only have to put like 350, 400, 500 million towards my single lot. Fun Zanes for $3 billion, much cheaper. Yeah, the Pro Hockey League, right? I'm not gonna pass up being a fucking movie star. Are you crazy? Being a movie star is much cooler than being a pro hockey athlete. Much cheaper too. Yeah. So I might only make like 20 million off the book, guys. So if I make 20 million off the book, I won't even have that money to start the Pro Hockey League. Start Pro Hockey League, I have to put like 30 something billion dollars into the league. To build an NHL arena is like $1 billion nowadays. I thought it was like $300 million. No, I did my research. It's like $1 billion. So just for the arenas alone, I'd be spending $25 million of my money. I told you I might make maybe 50, 80 billion off the book, but it's just too risky. I'm not going to invest $37 into the league and flop as a player. Like for this film studio, it's much cheaper. That's what I'm saying, huh? I know. What do you got? I'm eating chapati with beans. So good. That's why we moved our VJ, obviously. Yeah. And then, guys, I'm gonna get more food. I'm fucking hungry. That chapati beans is really good. Yeah. Back in a second, you guys. Alright guys, sorry for the wait. I want to get my food. Seconds, right? I'm fucking hungry. Sorry, we're not gonna start Rocky League. Nah, man. It's just, the cost is too high. I told you, I might make maybe even 50, 60, 70, 80 billion off the book. But to start a Pro Hockey League, I have to spend like 30 something billion dollars of my money, man. Money I might not even make. Yeah, as I went online, to build an NHL arena is like $1 billion, 800 million to a billion, even $1.5 billion to build one NHL arena. So I have to put like 30 something billion into the league, something crazy. Before I thought 14 million was enough, no. I have to put like 5 billion of my money into the league. Money I might not even make. I might only make 20 billion off the book, right? Whereas a film studio is much cheaper. I only have to put like 400 million towards the studio lot, 500 million towards the studio lot. I only have to fund $3 million. It's much cheaper. Yeah. Got some sour? And being a movie star's cooler than being a fucking what? Pro sport athlete, right? Come on, man. Yeah. Starting a pro league is just too much money. I have to put like 30 something billion into the league, man. It's crazy. Why I might not even make, right? That's how much I was asking today with VJ, obviously. Oh, hit me hockey players. Yeah, Ivan. The price is too high. Yeah, the cost is too high. It's risky. I'm not willing to invest 30 something billion dollars of my money, and I'd flop as a player. Got some siren. But I will make probably my 80 billion, 100 billion off the league, right? Me making $30 billion is me being humble. I'll probably make my 180 billion off the league in profit, but I have to be the star player. Emma. Sorry guys, this food's amazing. Yeah. That's where we're gonna move our VJ. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna move our VJ, obviously. Yeah. That's my dream. Yeah. Yeah. So being a movie star is less risky. Yeah, being a movie star doesn't cost me as much money. To start a pro hockey league, I have to invest like 30 something billion dollars of my money, 33 billion of my money, 32 billion of my money into the league. Money I might not even make. I might only make 20 billion off the book. So I'm not taking that risk, obviously. As to build one NHL arena is like $1 billion, 800 million to $1 billion just to build one NHL arena. You also have the salaries, salary cap. You have the coaches. I have to put like 33 billion of my money into the league. money I might not even make. I might only make 25 million off the book. Whereas for movies, I only have to put maybe 500 million towards my studio lot, around there, 400 million, 500 million, obviously towards my studio lot. It doesn't cost as much, and 3 billion towards the movie and 600 million towards the game. It's much cheaper than starting a pro hockey. That's why I'm going to be a movie star VJ, obviously. Now, be honest, Sidney Crosby, comment, David. Is it cooler seeing me as a movie star, or is it cooler seeing me as a hockey player? Movie star, I mean, yeah, being a movie star is glory, better glory. It's with the special effects and visual effects. That's glory, man. The game too, playing as me in the game, that's fucking glory, man. I mean, that's real glory. That's how I'm gonna start Wisconsin with VJ, honestly. That's why VJ's crazy and she cries. Yo, I want to be featured by you. I want to be a movie star with you. She's crazy, VJ. Yo, I want to be a game star with you, a movie star with you. We featured by you. I'm crazy, Ivan. And she sees hell, and she knows she got two by the gates, VJ. That's why she's crazy. The crying is desperate, obviously. No, I'm crying desperately because I need you to get me out. I got duped by the gates, and I got infected. I see hell. Tori Justice is not meant to be infected. She's meant to be fresh. Seeing Ivan. Because she's infected, she sees hell. That's why she's a cycle when she cries nonstop to me every night, because she doesn't see Ivan, obviously. She's a crazy woman. And why is VJ so psychotic that, or why she cries nonstop? Because she actually saw the light when she was a kid. That's why she's crazy. Tori Justice is the only one in the world who knows what it's like to see Ivan, obviously. When she was a kid, she saw Ivan. She saw the light. She saw Ivan. Now she doesn't see Ivan. She's hell. That's why she's psychotic and she's crazy. It's non-stop crying for like 8 hours straight. Crazy woman. Yeah. And don't forget, she knows she got duped by the gates. Don't forget that, right? She has useless keys, VJ. That's why VJ hates on you with the keys, Ivan, because she envies the fact that your keys are worth a lot. Hers are useless, obviously. VJ has useless keys. So Ivan, now it's a Pro Hockey League. Nah, it's too risky. It's not risky. Like, even if I make like $50 million off the book, I can invest like $30 billion of my money into the league. But to start the Pro Hockey League, I have to invest like $33 billion of my money into the league. As I went on Google, $300 million is not enough to build an NHL arena. You have to put like $800 to $1 billion to build each team's arena, man. You also have $200 million towards the cap. I have to put like 30, something crazy, like $7 billion of my money into the league. I might make maybe my $80 billion off the book, but I mean, that's a lot of my money, man. $6 billion of my money into the league, $37 of my money into the league. That's crazy. I'm just gonna start discussing with VJ. I'm not gonna start a Pro Hockey League. It's just too much cost. He's like, yeah, I mean, why the fuck would you invest like $37 of your money into the league when movies is much cheaper? Yeah, for $500 million, $400 million, I can build a beautiful studio lot for Skiv Entertainment. $500 million, I can build a beautiful studio lot if I make $25 million off the book. I only have to fund the for $3 billion, fund the game for $600 million. It's much cheaper. I'll make way more money with movies than I do the sport league. I have to put money back in the league, right? So yeah, you got a good point there. That's a lot of cost. Yeah, man, guys. To build one NHL arena is like $1 billion. I have to put an $800 to $1 billion towards that, towards each arena. That's $25 billion. The salary cap is another $5 billion. I have to put like $33 billion of my money into the league. Money I might not even make, guys. I might only make maybe $20 billion off the book. $50 billion off the book. That's why it's not happening, obviously. Cost is too high. Well, I might be shocked. I might even make $100 billion off my book, right? Maybe $80 billion off my book. I don't know if the foreign people buy it. I highly doubt it. Chances are I'll be making my $15 to $50 billion off the book. If you make $50 billion off your book, Ivan, you don't want to invest like $33 billion of your money into the league, right? That's a good chunk of your money, man. EVG will still be good, but that's a good chunk of my money. More than half my money, man. And what if I flop as a player? I don't want to take that risk. If you train Ivan, you should be an amazing player, but the cost is so high. He's like, yeah, Ivan, you're crazy. Why the fuck would you invest $37 into a pro hockey league when you can, when starting film studio is much cheaper? Yeah, it's much cheaper. For $400, $500, I can build my own studio lot, man. I don't have to build my main office, the visual effects building, the game studio building, and the docks and the docking area for the jet. For $500, I can build that. $400, I can build that. It's cheaper. And I only have to invest $3 billion of my money into Zanus. It's much cheaper, obviously. Yeah. That's some Sarah. That's why I'm going to be a movie star at VJ, obviously. One of the cake, obviously. Duh. Movie star. Scott's name with VJ. Movie star at VJ, obviously. Yeah. I think all your NHL actors would agree. Yeah, Ivan, it's cooler seeing you as a movie star. Yeah, seeing me as a movie star is much cooler than seeing me play pro hockey. And being a game star too, like I'm gonna be in the games, man, with VJ, the greatest game with VJ, like that's fucking glory. Yeah, man. That's some sour. I have a little bit of beer left. Yeah. No. Get one more wrap and that's it. I'm hungry, guys. That food's amazing. Ready, guys. Ivan, how much chapatis do you have? I had 6 chapatis. I'm hungry. All I ate today was the eggs, right? So I'm fucking hungry. I'm eating it as a wrap. I'm not eating it with a bowl, right? Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing you as a movie star. It's cool. Yeah, guys. Me, VJ being movie stars is much cooler than me being a pro hockey athlete. Come on, guys, right? And I want to turn my masterpiece into a movie. Epic fantasy story like Lord of the Rings, right? I can get Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson out of Hollywood. I can pay them a lot of money, more than what they make in Hollywood, obviously, those guys, right? Yeah, but if Peter Jackson wants more money, I'm not paying more money, right? Peter's pretty big, obviously. Yeah. Alright, can I get more of that? I'm like, no, Peter. Well, I'm paying you enough, so I'm being greedy. Well, the Hollywood actors be a bit pissed off that they're paying people way more money. Maybe a little, but they won't really care because I made sure they're taken care of. They're getting paid. They signed a mega deal. The actors in Hollywood won't really care that much, right? Even though Peter's making all that dough, like I just made sure we're getting paid a lot of money. Yeah, still paying them a lot of money, more than what they made in Hollywood, right? Yeah. Whereas for Lord of the Rings, I can understand the Hollywood actors being a bit pissed off. Because Lord of the actors made nothing for Lord of the Rings, and Peter took all that treasure from Lord of the Rings. At the end of the day, it's not Peter's problem. That's his money. He's looking out for his own career. He has a family to feed. Yeah, if I was looking out for my own career, those actors are not my problem. Now, the actors for Lord of the Rings are not his problem, obviously. As in Hollywood, everyone is for themselves. Everyone's looking out for their own careers, obviously. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm full. Yeah. Yeah, and that's crazy. Yeah. To invest money in the SHL, I have to put like $37 of my money into the league. Money I might not even make, guys. I might only make maybe 20, 25 off my book. But there is a possibility I might make maybe 50, 60, 70 bit off the book. But do you really want to invest like 30, like something dollars of your money into Pro Hockey League when film studio is much cheaper? For $400 million, I can build my studio a lot. Yeah, it's cheaper. Because my main office building will not be that big. I'll have to just build the main office building, my visual effects building, and my game studio building. It's like for $350 million, $400, I can build that. And my docking area for the yacht and the jet, and that's it. And the landscaping work, electricity, I can easily build it for that kind of money. Whereas to build one NHL arena, I have to put like $1 billion towards that, $800 million to $1 billion towards each arena. That's already like $25 billion. And the salary cap is another $5 billion. And the other cost is another maybe $1.5 billion. I have to put like $31, $32 billion into the league. That's crazy. I'm not even making off my book, man. I might make more. I might even make 50, 60, 70 billion off the book. I don't know, because I have the keys to the kingdom, right? I might even make 50, 60 billion off the book, but VJ was like, Ivan, you're fucking crazy. You'd rather be a pro hockey athlete than be a movie star with me? I'm like, no, VJ, I want to be a movie star with you. It's like, yeah, if being a movie star is much cooler than being a fucking pro hockey athlete. You're fucking crazy, Ivan. I know. It's way more expensive too, I know. Much bigger cost, obviously. Yeah. Some sour. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I want to turn my book into a movie. My master's I wrote, right? Last Hope of Zane's. I want to turn that into a movie, obviously. Yeah. Ivan, did you really write that book, man? Did you really write The Last Hope for Zanis, Ivan? You wrote that book? I'm like, yeah, sweetie, I wrote it. She's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a masterpiece, Ivan. That's better than Saratoga's Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know. Yeah, if you turn that into a movie, you're looking at the greatest movie trilogy ever made. You'll finally hit her mind. Yeah, how much money you made your book, by the way? I'm like, you're fucking evil, man. Oh. I said, how much money you make? Yeah, I made like $30 million off the book. You made $30 million off your book, Ivan? You know, I said, no, Vijay, I made like $50 million off my book. You made $50 billion with a B off your book? I'm like, yeah, actually, holy shit, are you going to share that with me, sweetie? I'm like, yes, Vijay, I will. Relax, man. Calm down, you fucking evil woman. I'm sorry, but I want a piece of that $50 million, Ivan. I want a piece of that. Fucking evil, that woman, yeah. Alright, we can start that film suit with that money, I know. We can build that $1 million house. Yeah, we can build a $1 million house. We can buy our clothes and our shoes. Get our high-end cars, and we can buy the jets and the yachts. I know VJ wants to. Yeah, I want to own a yacht too. Let's buy a yacht, Ivan. Let's buy that unique 71 yacht you showed in your Saturday Bills, Ivan. I buy that unique 71 yacht and a smaller, like, I don't know, $40 million yacht for a sleepovers. You buy like a $400 million jet, like a $100 million jet. VJ buy. Nice fucking jet. Yeah, we got the movie stars. That's how VJ is crazy, obviously. Yeah, I want to be huge in magazine. Yeah, I want to be a movie star with you. I've been in the game star with you. She's crazy, that woman. She's a crazy woman. Crazy, that woman. Yeah. Yeah. So movies is way less risky. Yeah, movies is much less riskier than pro sports. Because for pro sports, you have to be productive on the ice. You have to score goals. Now, I'm not scoring any goals and I flop as a player. No one's going to talk about me. The revenue can dip in the league. Yeah, Ivan, it's cool seeing Ivan play, but Ivan's not scoring any goals. He flop as a player. The league revenue can dip. Whereas for movies, I can actually steer the ship as the lead, me and VJ as the lead of the movie. I can easily sell my movies as the lead with VJ. Because regardless, especially we have the keys. Even though I'm not as skilled as some of the Hall of actors, as long as I'm pretty good, I'm putting on a show on screen, obviously. That's why it's much cooler being a movie star than being a famous pro hockey athlete. You guys know what I'm saying? Being a movie star is much cooler. Like, duh. Yeah. Be featured at the red carpet events and everything, and the magazines, and you're a movie star. It's much cool to be featured in magazines and the red carpet event as a movie star than it is being a pro hockey athlete. You guys can say it's much cooler being a movie star. That's why I'm going to be a movie star VJ. And it's not risky for the movies. It's much cheaper too. I don't have to invest $30 billion of my money into the Sky Source. No. For to build my buildings, I only have to put maybe $400, $500 million of my money into the buildings. It's cheaper. I can afford it. Invest $3 billion into Zanus. $600 million for the game, and that's it. A $4 billion investment. So compare $4 billion to $30-something billion for the Pro Hockey League. There's a huge difference, right? And I might not even make $30 billion off my book. I might only make maybe $20 billion off my book, right? That's why the Pro Hockey League is not happening, obviously. But there is a high chance I couldn't make my $50+ billion off my book because I have the keys to the kingdom. Everyone around the world can read my mind. I might even make 50, 60, 70, 80 billion off the book. But even if I make that, do you really want to invest $30-something billion of your money into the league, Ivan? Nah. I'd rather be a movie star at BJ. Guys from Sarah. I'd be a game star. Yeah, be a game star too, obviously, right? Yeah. That's how Robin's like, sign me up, Batman. I know, Robin, relax, calm down, nerd. Alright, it's just, I can't wait to play that fucking Zanus game. Play that Great Escape game. I've met it. It's something like 007 versus Light, and you play as like you and VJ in New York. He's like, holy shit, Ivy. He's like, sign me up. I know, relax, calm down. You nerd. Yeah, Robert's a game nerd. Sign me up, fam. I know, relax, calm down. Calm down. Sign me up, fam. I know, relax. Calm down, you nerd. Yeah, he's a nerd right there. Ivan, can I get a bigger contract? I'm like, no, Brad. $1 million for Zanes is enough. And I'll give you $1 million raises per game. That's good enough for you. Yeah. That way he gets paid, obviously, a lot of money. He's living the multi-millionaire life with his family. Because Robert probably makes about $1 million a year doing YouTube around there. He makes $1 million, 1.2, 1.3 million a year he makes doing YouTube. Anywhere from maybe a couple $100,000 to about $1 million, $1.3 million he makes. So he's making that money doing YouTube, and he's also making an extra like $1 million for Zanus. He's living the multi-millionaire life with his family. He can pay for his kids' college. I helped him out with it. I'm saying Clementine and Ben's college, and he can buy them a car for their 18th, 21st birthday when he's older. And Robert can work for me for as long as he wants. Shout out to Robert will work for me until he's maybe in his mid-60s maybe. He was maybe 65, he works for me until he's like an older dude. Maybe around 65, 70, he calls it quits and he retires. And by then, Rob will be making his like 8, 9, 10 million a game. But giving him $1 million raises for each game, obviously. It's a good deal for Robert, right? Sign me up. I know, Robert. Relax. Calm down, you nerds. No, I can't wait to play that Great Escape game. I'm playing as you and VJ Ivan. I'm like, yeah, he's like, holy shit, man. And it's Unreal Engine 5 like Nature's Awakens. I'm like, yeah, you're making the game for $700 million. I'm like, yeah, right. He's like, holy shit. And Robert meets with the developers, and he's all shocked by the technology of the game. Look at an amazing game for the Great Escape. And the guy who we played A Way Out with on his channel, you can have that guy play the game with Robert. Pay that guy $400K. He's not as big as Robert. Pay him $400K, that way he gets paid. And Robert, you pay him his $2 million for the Great Escape game. And they play the game together, multiplayer, right? Together, right? And the whole will be getting popcorn and food for that walkthrough too. The Great Escape walkthrough, like John Cameron Robin will be going crazy over that game, man. Yo, I can't wait to play that game or watch that walkthrough. I guarantee you, Rob Burnett and Ray Orr and John Nolan and John Cameron are probably gonna end up playing the game. Yeah, I want to play that fucking Great Escape game. Yeah. John might invite Ray Orr to his house and they play the game together, multiplayer. It's an amazing experience. Some people will watch and play, some people will just watch, some people will just play the game. Yeah, I don't feel like watching the walkthrough, I want to just play the game for myself. Or they want to just watch the walkthrough, they don't want to play the game. Or they do both. I want two different experiences. I want to play the game, I also want to watch Rob's walkthrough to get two different perspectives. Because watching and playing are two different experiences when you play a game, right? Watch and play a game. Watching is like a movie experience. Playing is a playing experience, obviously, right? They're two different experiences, obviously. And Robert will become world famous because he's my walkthrough star. You're gonna see him trending too wherever he goes. Fans are gonna ask for pictures and everything. Oh my God, you're Ivan's walkthrough star for his game studio. Yes, I am, and he's famous, man. And his YouTube channel will get bigger, obviously. But because I'm king, he's outside attention. His channel won't grow like huge. But in a couple of years, he might get maybe 1 million more subscribers, maybe 1.5 million more subscribers, maybe 3 million more subscribers. Like his channel, I boosted the growth of his channel. Because I'm not king, he's still outside attention. Oh, hey, Rams. And I helped him out with the growth of his channel. Obviously, I want to be promoting his channel when he does his walkers. Help him out, right? Sign me up, fam. I know, bro. Relax. Calm down. Nerd here. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm off and I work Wednesday at Dinty's. Yeah. I'm full. I had 6 chapatis. Fucking full, man. Yeah. gonna do after this, Ivan. Take a shower and I'll watch the show with you guys. I might rest for maybe a couple hours. I might watch maybe some Sam Shimon, maybe. Perry Stone made a video today. I'll watch Perry Stone later. After my video, I might rest for maybe 2 hours. Listen to some music. And after that, I'm gonna watch some Perry Stone. I'll just go to bed around 9:30, 10. I'll sleep in tomorrow. Yeah. We have Chas Leslie involved with the Grayscape game. Yeah, you can if you want. You can have him help you with the game too, but I want him focused on the movie. But I mean, you can have him help you with the game. Pay him like $3 million to help you with the game. Chad Selesky. He can be involved in the game and the movie, but it's more work for him. That's why you have to pay him his millions. Pay him $3 million. If you pay him $3 million, he'll gladly do the dirty work and be involved in the movie and the game. Make more money. You pay Chad Selesky a good $15 million contract. $4 million signing bonus for pre-production. You give him an $11 million salary for production. Give Chad Selesky a good $30 million of the film profits. You can give him $4 million for the merch. And pay him $3 million for the game to be involved in the game, and that's a good deal for him. You sound like a $50-something million deal. That's a good deal for him. Obviously, he doesn't make that in Hollywood. He gets paid as your star director for the Grayscape. Because he's biased, I even choose Keanu Reeves for the Grayscape. I work with him on John Wick and The Matrix. I heard Keanu Reeves has trouble with his knees and all that stuff. So can he handle the work at 77, 78 years old? I don't know. Keanu Reeves will be pushing 80 when he does a movie. He's late 70s. Keanu Reeves, I believe, is 62. He's born in 64, I believe. So he's turning 62. The Grayscape will take place in a good 17, 18 years. Yeah, Keanu Reeves will be 80. 79, 78 when he does the Grayscape. Can he handle that work? I think he will. He'll be fine. And Ben Affleck will be in their 60s. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon will be in their mid to late 60s when I do the Grayscape, right? But they'll be 67, 66 when I do the Grayscape. They're still good, obviously. 67, you're still fine, obviously, right? Those actors. They're older now, yeah. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, all those guys, right? Yeah. Why? What about a nice, $8 million for Matt Damon and a nice $20 million the role deal? My guys, you're getting greedy. I'm not gonna overpay these guys. Haven't do me, man. Not worth more than this. They signed a $100 million deal in American money. That's not money these guys. What they're worth. I'm not paying them any more money. Guys getting greedy. Yeah. It's nothing. I know it's nothing, but I'm not gonna overpay these guys. Haven't do me. Not the main event. Obviously. There's a reason why the agents want a bigger cut of that pie, because they know me and BJ are gonna make our billions or tens of billions off the movie, man. Merchant game. 35, maybe 40 billion I make off the Grayscape. They want a bigger cut of that. I might even make more than that. That's why they want to. That's why 50 million is. Yeah, it's pocket change. I know it's pocket change, guys. These actors are not worth this contract. I'm not gonna have these guys do me. The reason why they're making peanuts compared to me and BJ, because they're puny and small compared to us. We're much bigger than these guys. They signed mega deals, but their contract is peanuts. Because I'll be making my 50 to 100 billion off of Zanus with VJ. So these actors' contract, it's all pocket change. Even Pierre's contract is pocket change. If I choose them. 1.7 million deal, you make 50, 70, 80 million off of Zanus, that's pocket change. 100 million off of Zanus, that's pocket change. That's the Sarah. That's why the agents and managers want to be a cut of that pie. You know it's unlimited. It's in the tens of billions, man. I'm like, no, guys, these actors are not worth this. I'm not going to overpay these guys. I'm doing it. They're not the main event. When I'm paying them enough, they don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah. It's a deal, Ivan. It's a mega contract for these actors. Yeah, it's a mega contract for all these actors. For the Grayscape actors and the Zanus actors. Everyone else not, man. I'm like, no, John, you get 10. I'm not paying you 20. Stop being greedy. You're not worth 20, John. You're getting greedy. Got some Sarah. It's still on. John Michael has that contract for Zanis. Yeah, it's how that mega deal for Zanis, John Michael. Yeah. Yeah. Sitting across the car, yeah, I see what you're saying. Sorry, Pro Hockey League will cost you, yeah, like, I have to put like $30-something of my money into the league, guys. Money I might not even make. I might only make 20, 25 off the book. There's a high chance I'll make more. I might even make 50, 60, 70 off the book because I have the keys to the kingdom. But I mean, do I really want to invest $30-something into the Pro Hockey League, or would I rather invest like $4 billion into the Zanis movie? The movie's much cheaper. And I make a lot more money than the Pro Hockey League. Because the Pro Hockey League, I have to put billions back into the league every season. Obviously, for movies, I don't have to do that. Me and VJ collect all the billions, and that's our money. Yeah, I make, I don't know, 70 billion off the Zanis brand, 100 billion off the Zanis brand. Me and VJ only have to put $800 of that money into the Great Escape, $850 million into the Great Escape. It's much cheaper than the Pro Hockey League. Pro Hockey League, even though I'm going to make, I don't know, probably my 80, 100 billion, 70 billion off the league. Before I said 30, I should make more, probably my 70, 80 billion in profit. I have to put like maybe 15, 16 billion of money back into the league every season. So I make more money with movies than I do the Pro Hockey thing. Because there's a higher cost for the Pro Hockey League. And I could flop as a player, guys. I'm going to keep saying that, right? I won't take that risk. It's risky. What if I don't score any goals and I flop as a player? Yeah, you got a good point there. Plus, it's cooler. It's much better glory seeing IMV's movie stars and playing Pro Hockey guys, right? Like, come on. It's better glory. Yeah, it's better glory. Yeah, it's better glory, guys. And it'll have crazier buzz, obviously. Don't get me wrong, the world will be going crazy for me as a Pro Hockey player, but it's not the kind of buzz like me and VJ in a movie, man. Me and VJ as movie stars in a movie, that's crazy hype and buzz. Because you have the visual effects and the special effects and everything. It's glory, man. Heavenly, divine glory. It's unheard of glory. Yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's more expensive than like, yeah, before I thought you could build an NHL arena for $300 million, when I did the research, they said in today's economy and market, $300 million is not enough to build an NHL arena. You have to put like $800 million to $1 billion towards each of the arenas. That's like $25 billion of my own money. And the salary cap is another like what? Like $5 billion, $6 billion. I have to put like $33 billion in just to start the Pro Hockey League, something crazy. Money I might not even make. But I could make more. I might make 50, maybe 60, 70, 80, 100 off the book. But do I really want to invest $30-something of money into the Pro Hockey League, or I invest only $4.2 billion into the film studio? That's much cheaper. He's a guy. I mean, it's much cheaper and we'll make more money. And being a movie star is much cooler than being a fucking Pro Hockey player. I mean, are you crazy? I mean, yeah, majority of us think I'm crazy. Being a movie star is much cooler than being a Pro Hockey athlete, obviously. Yeah. That's Sarah. Yeah. That's why I'm going to be movie star BJ, obviously. I'm going to start scratching with BJ. I want to turn my book into a movie, my masterpiece into a movie, obviously. Yeah. Ivan, you really wrote what you showed us, man. Yeah, guys, I did. All right, man, you're gifted, man. That's fucking entertaining shit, I know. I have the gift, obviously. No, your book's not normal. I mean, like, your book is, like, supernatural. There's something unique and special about it. I don't get the same feeling with these other books. I know how you feel, guys. That's why I've been bragging to you guys for years as Zanis is number one. Because while I was working on my book, I was reading Lord of the Rings. And even though Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, for me it's a bit boring. When I read my book, I get a totally different reading experience. I don't feel a bit bored reading it. I'm highly entertained, and the story is so entertaining. The characters jump on a page like a movie. You guys know what I'm talking about. You read such in my book. Zanis is a masterpiece, man. It's the greatest fan I've written. When you read the book or finally your mind, yeah, man, if Ivan turns this into a movie, you're looking at something better than Peter Jackson of the Rings. Yeah, something better than Peter Jackson of the Rings. Yeah, man. Something better than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Something better than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, say it's an easier book to adapt in Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, it is. Peter Jackson told me, yeah, Ivan, your book we can actually follow it page by page. We can actually go through each page by page. Your book reads like a movie. We can actually follow page by page. Whereas Lord of the Rings, I couldn't do that, Ivan, because J.R. Tolkien has so many things going on every page. The movie would have had pacing issues. It would have been a mess. That's why Peter Jackson has to cut out a lot of scenes in the book. For my book, you can actually follow page by page. But there are some scenes I will cut out. And I'll be making quite a bit of changes. And I'll be adding a lot of stuff in the movie to make it better. Obviously, but Zane's is a kind of story you can follow page by page. Peter told me, yeah, we can follow your book page by page. Lord of the Rings, but I couldn't do that. It's just, it would have been a mess. It would have had pacing issues because J.R. Tolkien has so many information in each chapter. It's crazy. Peter Jackson had to cut out a lot of scenes that are in the book, obviously. As the movies are a lot different than the book when you watch and read it, obviously. I read all three Lord of the Rings books. Very different from the movies that we got. Right? The Lord of the Rings that we got, right? Lord of the Rings movies are a little different from the book, obviously. What book was Peter the most faithful to? Fellowship of the Ring. When you read Fellowship of the Ring and you watch the movies, Fellowship of the Ring is the one movie where Peter Jackson was the most faithful to the book, even though he made a lot of changes to it. Fellowship of the Ring is by far the most faithful to the story, J.R. Tolkien's story. And Two Towers and Return of the King are completely, totally different stories than what you read in the books, obviously. Especially Two Towers. Two Towers is completely different from the book. It's nothing like the book when you read it. Two Towers. As a Battle of Hornsburg in Two Towers is like 3/4 halfway through the book, man, in the book. Whereas in the movie, it's at the end of the movie. It's a lot different. And Return of the King is a lot different from the books, too, when you read it, too. Two Towers and Return of the King are not that faithful to the book at all. They're totally different movies compared to the book, right? Well, Fellowship of the Ring is pretty faithful to it, even though he made a lot of cuts and changes. It's pretty faithful to the story. But the other two stories are a lot different than the book, obviously, when you watch the movie, right? I think all the way to fans will agree. I mean, you're right. Fellowship of the Ring is the closest to the book, whereas Two Towers and everything are nothing like the book. Yeah, they're nothing like the book, obviously, when you read it. As Peter Jackson made a lot of changes and he cut out a lot of scenes in Two Towers and Return of the King. As the Battle of Hornsburg is like halfway through the book, guys. The Helm's Deep battle is like halfway, 3/4 into the book, around there. In the movie, it's at the end of the movie. Obviously, it's different. Obviously, and the elves do not show up in the book either. Peter added that, and the whole scene with Aragorn and Arwen, that's all made up. It's not in the book, man. Peter made a lot of changes to the story, right? Yeah. But you had no choice. You couldn't follow. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't follow it word to word, man. It would have been a mess. And you can't cram all that information into 3 movies. I mean, yeah, if you would have followed Lord of the Rings word to word, it'd be like a 7-movie series, man. Something crazy. Yeah, man. Something crazy. Yeah, man. Guys in Zara? Yeah. That's what I think is the greatest story ever told, guys. And the greatest movie ever made. Anyways, guys, this is where I watch the show. So I'm saying out. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys will show my America. Skiv SOURCE, Barrett, and Hollywood. Peace out, guys. Say this. Don't hit me, guys, my son.